I am the one who has to diagnose myself and say, yes, I am, because somebody else can't say, you are, even though people knew I was an alcoholic long before I admitted it. Nobody knew that I had the gambling addiction. It was completely secret. I had to be the one to admit it. Nobody even knew I had the sex addiction to the degree I had because it was completely private. So I had to be the one to admit it.
Welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono with Alexander Noman.
Aloha, Alex here. And it's the stuff going on in the world that causes me, I guess, to make the claim that there's addiction behind a lot of the suffering. Maybe all of it. I don't know that, but I observe things going on that tell me, hey, that's I can relate to that because I know I have multiple addiction expressions, and because of that, I realize for myself there's one thing behind it. Constantly needing to work because it's an ongoing, it's not like, it's a ism, not a wasm, even though things are in check, thank goodness, for quite some time. But it requires that consciousness. So I'm reflecting, and the history has become a favorite subject of mine, and because I wonder, wow, how many, what is the percentage of the population that is unaware of the addiction happening in their lives, because denial is part of it. So there's the denial, which I've talked about, the fact that there's the powerlessness, they call it, and the unmanageability, how it causes havoc, suffering to take place. Those three things qualify. And with that denial being such a powerful aspect of it, well, how many? I don't know. I don't think there's any science to it, because it requires I am the one who has to diagnose myself and say, yes, I am, because somebody else can't say, you are, even though someone can. People knew I was an alcoholic long before I admitted it, but nothing could be done until I did admit it. Nobody could say I was nobody even knew that I had the sex addiction to the degree I had, because it was completely private. So I had to be the one to admit it. So nobody knew that I had the gambling addiction. It was completely secret. I had to be the one to admit it. Wow. So I'm looking at the issues in the world and the insanity, because that's what addiction is. It is insanity. and so much insanity in the world. And I'm going, is there any difference between the insanity in the world now and the insanity 500 years ago, and the insanity 1,000 years ago, and the insanity 2,000 years ago, and the insanity 3,000 and 4,000 and 5,000? Because in history, it's already a done deal. It's out there. There has been, and I broke it down, the sex addiction way back when they said, they called it, oh yeah, it was prostitution. You can call it whatever you want, and they would, oh, such a bad thing if somebody was in judgment. That's not the point. The point being, there was sex addiction going on. It was not admitted. There was no medicine for it. There was no healing for it. It was what it was, but it was there. The sex addiction. So there's one main one that out of the three original, there was the booze. I have booze because there was no medicine, there was no healing for those people, and it wasn't everybody. There were certain people who had no power over that sexual and that booze. And then the third one, I have the money addiction. But those people who were caught in it, that were not just powerless to it, they caused so much suffering and in complete denial of it. 5,000 years ago, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, 500. Now, what's the difference? Suffering is suffering is suffering. Denial is denial is denial. Powerless is powerless is powerless. And who pays? The people around me. Yes, I pay, but the people around me. So who are the people around? The people, all the different people who are in denial. Society, the world, all the people. And we end up with these sick and suffering people in positions of power that are affecting the society. And I'm like looking at it and going, what can I do about it? Is it nothing because there is something? What is it? I have to realize through my own healing, that what's behind all of my addictions, it doesn't, whatever the expression is, it's a common thing. It's because it's easy to see with the money. It's greed with the money. But it also is when I'm caught in that sex desire, it's greed. It's greed for that sexual satisfaction. If I'm caught in that, and booze was the original drug, but whatever drug it might be, it's greed for that craving. It's a greed. I don't have enough. Give me more. So it can easily look like, once I get a handle on it, that it's greed behind all of this, which is definitely true for me. It's greed. But the lie that Dr. Silkworth talked about when the healing finally started to happening in the realm of Alcoholics Anonymous that then branched out into the other expressions of addiction. That core principle. They, me, cannot differentiate the true from the false. It's all about the lie. What's the lie? The fear that the lie is that it's the fear of not having enough. Not having enough. Not having enough sex. Not having enough money. Not having enough of that feeling that I desire through the drug. Gimme, 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 gimme. And having no control over that. It's so slippery, so tricky. And it's denied, like, don't even go there. It's like not even, right over the head. No. It's fear. Who wants to admit fear is so powerful? Driving me. Fear is the basis behind all of it. Of not having enough. When the whole thing is about truth. It's the truth is the one, there's only one. It's one. Because this just goes, it just goes on and on and on and on. The one reality that can never ever be more than it is. And in its reality is always enough. Can't, is so abundant is this breath. This life. This happening. No matter what, as long as I'm alive. It's just cannot be denied. Aloha.